And that's another reason why I used to get a lot of respect from Māori people. I'm not saying I don't now. It's just, obviously you don't go around saying that to a man who, once they get to their early 20s, definitely by late 20s, um, if you're lucky to have a family that loves you for who you are, that's awesome. Yeah. I've been questioning a lot of things in regards to that. Was it the fact that I didn't even know that I had ADHD? And people say, oh, you can get it, but the thing is if you can get it from being on hyper alert and other things like that. But the thing is, if that's the case, and you're being in a healthy, positive environment, all this type of thing for like over a year, if you've really been putting in the work, it'll be gone by then. 2 years max. But the thing is if you're born with it, it'll never go away. And I had signs of it when I was young. And back then I didn't have the level of understanding of how my autism affected me. I just thought, I was different, and I socialized differently, and people didn't like me for that. When they most, it'll be like 85 didn't like me, 10 tolerant, or obviously when you're working with them, just the hi bye type conversations, or the customer services and all this type of thing. So long as you pay your bills on time and polite, that's all that matters. But I didn't have the level of understanding I have now. Nowhere near. And looking back, yeah, I was going to go on, but I'm off topic. I just see it in my family, and there's those who most people will just avoid us unless they have to deal with us because we're in a work environment or we're their customers that they're serving. Because you can say opposites attract, but then if you get to your 30s and you have like 4 friends that you've known since teenage years and others have come and gone, and you find out that all 4 or 5 of your friends that you meet up with at least once every 3 months or something, some of them was weekly, a couple of them weekly, for just depending what time frame it was. But and then you find out that all 4 of them are either autism or ADHD or both. You're like, water. So I don't have an issue with neurotypical people because I just don't have an issue with them. Yeah, I just wish I had a woman, but I know that if I keep true to myself and keep doing what I know to be right in my heart, that even though it may take me a lot longer, which it already has because I'm 36 years old, so even though it might have taken me a bit longer, it's still a lot longer, it's still going to happen. And when it happens, it'll be good because I'm still following my heart. But I use logic. Like Ed Sheeran said, learn to use my head alongside my heart. And I've gone off on tangent. So yeah, most people way they when you're in your little child stuff and you're a teenager up until your early 20s, um, a lot of Māoris would show appreciation for what I was saying about the pathway and the forest and all this type of thing. And my difference to what it was, though, I used to believe that, God created this planet, and if you say that you love God, the thing is if someone gives you a gift and then you wreck it, you say, yeah, thanks, man, I love you, and then you open the parcel, or you might not even open the parcel, and then you smash it to bits and then rip it up and throw it into the rubbish bin and then smile at the person who gave you the gift and say that you love them and appreciate the gift. Your actions are speaking louder than your words. So why are you, going around cutting all these? Now, I understand for the houses and stuff, but that people go down and mow down all these trees just so that you can have a clear view or something, because they want people on the to have a clear view as they're driving down the highway, because they want it to look nice for people visiting, when in fact it's not going to be of any benefit to the land, and the land's going to be a lot longer than you. And yeah, it might look nice, but that's outward appearance. But if if it's unhealthy because of what you've been doing, the outward appearance is going to change too. And you know what? If the outward appearance looks good, it doesn't matter, because the land is becoming unhealthy because of what you're doing to it. And if you're so worried about the outward appearance, it's going to show on the outside as well, eventually. But yeah, so some people would say I was wise beyond my years for all these things, and um, I was having a kid, and God used to speak to me in my dreams, and I used to have visions and things like that, and I'd tell people stuff, and then they'll be like, oh, that's nice, oh, that's okay. Or just a little child having imaginations, or a little child like, oh, that's wonderful. Okay, yes. But then, I just carry on as kids do. And then maybe, because looking back, I'm remembering this stuff, and then maybe a few months later, a few months later, the same adult would come up to me and say, hey, Daniel, everything that you said would come true, has come true in my life. But you're only a small child. Who told you? And I'll be like, no one told me. Oh, God told me. And then just like that. So the Māori word for autism is takiwātanga, which means in their own time. Because people say that, we were emotionally immature, but we're doing all these things that I just said since we're kids. Well, I was. And the emotional attachment to places and the, what the government does and what other people do is out of my control. So I do everything that's in my control. I don't throw rubbish on the ground. If I see rubbish and it's like on the paths that I usually walk, I always pick it up. I used to confront people, not like yell at them, but I'd be like this. I'd be like, dude, why don't you just hold on to your rubbish, and the rubbish bin is there, or why don't you just put it in your pocket till you get to the rubbish bin outside, at the end of it. And again, this is not what I'm supposed to be talking about, but I'm tired because I needed to get up at 8 o'clock this morning and against my body clock. But see you guys on the next one.